fellow crafters. Today we are going to start the Harry Potter series with Dobby from the kit by Lucy Collins. And we're going to complete to this point. As you can see, I have my paper clip here and I just wanted to show you, we're going to go through round 10. And in the start of the video, I say that this magic circle is the crown of his head, but in truth, it will be his nose. So we're working from the nose back towards the back of the head. And we'll get to this point for this week's tutorial. Let's get started. Okay, my friends, we are going to start our Dobby video with a magic circle. And if you can't remember how to do that, or this video is a little too speedy, there will be a link in the right-hand top corner of this video to a quick tip on the magic circle. But we are going to put our paper clip on, cross on the back of our hand. We're going to cross our yarn, going to come in with our crochet hook and just kind of twist it around like that and grab a nice hook on it and drop it off of our hand and go ahead and start crocheting on that piece that's on our hook. And we're going to go ahead and do a couple chains there, and then we're going to start working in that circle, and we're going to work 5 single crochets into that circle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. And then you can see how we have this piece here. We can just close that up when we're ready, and that's going to give us the top of our Dobby crown. And then we're going to go on to round 2, and we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 4. So we want to come in here and find that stitch. We're going to do 2 single crochets in that first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 4. And it's always hard in the beginning to make sure that you're in the right stitch and to kind of push your needle through, but be patient with yourselves because the art of crocheting does not have to be perfect. It will look good in the end, I promise. Then we go on, and I like to have a copy of my pattern so that I can mark off which round I've just done and I don't forget. So then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch and single crochet in the next 2. We're going to repeat that 2 times. So we single crochet in the next stitch and single crochet in the next one. Nope, back that out. Sorry about that. It's 2 single crochets in the next stitch and then single crochet in the next 2. So I got it just backwards. So 2 single crochets to start this round in that first stitch, and then single crochet in the next 2. I kind of have a little lump right here on mine, but it's going to work itself out, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to repeat that sequence, 2 single crochets, and then single crochet in the next 2. And what we're doing by this process is growing our circle in circumference. One more time for that sequence. 2 in that first one, and then 1 in the next 2. And you can see it's hard sometimes to get that needle through there, but we're not having a race here. We're heading for completion. All right, that was round 3. Then in round 4, we're going to single crochet in the next 2, and then 2 single crochets in each of the next 4, and then single crochet in the next 2. So single crochet in the next 2, and then 2 single crochets in each of the next 4. So you're going to go into that same stitch twice for the next 4 stitches. Make sure you go right back into that same stitch each time for 2 single crochets. If you're new to this, I probably should point out that a single crochet is simply inserting your hook, wrapping your yarn, pulling through, and again, inserting your hook, wrapping your yarn, and pulling through. I did more of that explanation on the Yoda videos, so if you want to start there. But the front of your book also has a good explanation of what each stitch should be. So then we've done that in 4 stitches, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 2. So again, insert your hook, wrap it, pull through, wrap and pull through, insert, wrap, pull through. All right, so that completes round 4. And in round 5, we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch, single crochet in the next. So we're kind of going back to the first round here. We're going to single crochet 2 in that first stitch. There's 1 and there's 2. Then we're going to single crochet in the next one. And then we're going to repeat, and we're going to do this 6 times. So that was our first time. So 2, and then 1 in the next one, and that's our second, and then 2, and 1 in the next. It's our third sequence, 2, and 1 in the next is our fourth sequence, 2, and 1 in the next. It's our fifth sequence, and 2, and 1 is our sixth sequence. All right, good job. So your head, beginning of your head, should look something like this at this point. Our next round, we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and then single crochet in the next 8, and we're going to do that 2 times. So that sequence we're going to do 2 times. So 2 single crochets in the next stitch. There's 1, get all my yarn off of my hook, and whoops, go back into the same stitch for the second one. Okay, then we're going to single crochet in the next 8. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Or we repeat that. So the next stitch we do 2, 1, 2, and then single crochet for 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I just looked at my timer and realized we're already into this 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. How fast does our time go? And then round 7 through 10, we are going to single crochet in each stitch around. So I'm going to go ahead and put a marker so that I know that this will be round 1 of those 4 rounds. So that's where my marker is going to go, and I need to start a new round at each point when I reach this marker. And that way I don't have to just count my stitches. I can simply go around to the marker and know that that is 1 complete round. And we're going to do 4 rounds of this single crochet around. And now that we've made Dobby's circumference, we're just going to start building that circle at the same circumference, if that makes sense. Just be patient with yourself. Again, sometimes your yarn tries to split. Sometimes it's just hard to get into a stitch. Some of you might crochet tighter than I do. Some of you might crochet looser than I do. Sometimes I crochet tighter and looser in the same project. But if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that this is just a process of learning and a moment to take for yourself and be creative. And there is no right or wrong, because we are not striving for perfection. We're simply striving for enjoyment. So I want you to just enjoy the process. My grandma taught me how to crochet, and we started out with just really basic rope crochet, you know, single crochet here and single crochet there. And once I learned the process, then I would just read patterns and figure out what the other stitches are. And even now, some of the stitches in these kits are not some I've ever done before, so it's just a matter of knowing that basic crochet stitch and building on that knowledge. And I still, when I'm showing you guys a new stitch, I still have to look at the instructions. For me, it's not something that has come naturally and just cemented into my memory, all these different stitches. So if that's the case for you, just enjoy the learning process. Don't make this too difficult on yourself. You know, we're on round 2 now, and we've got 4 of them. So, whoops, almost lost my yarn there. But I think it's more fun to learn to crochet when you're working on a pattern, because again, it's more the process of learning how to hold your needle, and what's comfortable for you might be a little different. You know, some people go like this. That's just not comfortable for me. So I hold mine like I am showing you. But, you know, it's critical to learn the wrap. That is critical because that controls your thread or your yarn. Well, you can crochet with thread, but controls your yarn as you're crocheting. And so that part is critical to learn, those steps of what's comfortable for you. But the rest of it, I think it's kind of more fun to learn how to do the crocheting if you're making something that's fun for you. And I I know a lot of you are beginners at this, and so I hope that you're enjoying the process. We are finishing up this round. That was round 2. And thankfully, as I'm talking, I'm forgetting what I'm doing. So luckily I put that marker in there. I know I'm on my second round and starting my third, finishing my second round and starting my third. If you guys need for me to do a quick tutorial tip on the wrap or any of this, leave me a note in the comments. Sometimes I've read your comments and realized that maybe some things needed a bit more of an explanation, so I try to do those quick tip videos that are just super short, and then I insert them in my longer videos. And so let me know if there's something that you're needing some explanation on and you want a quick tip video on that. When I was first looking at these patterns, and something that, you know, my son had wanted me to do for his daughter, he had bought her that original Yoda kit, and it's just so complicated. Anyway, I was looking to see what other people had done, and some of their videos, they had not done them in segments. Well, actually all of them. They had done like a really long video and completed the entire project, and that might be great for some of you. For me, I was totally bored after the first 15 minutes. And so I decided to do my videos in segments. I don't think any of us have just like unlimited time to sit down and watch a video from start to finish. And so it's been better for me to do these in segments. And I also, it helps me not lose my enthusiasm for the project, because there's a lot of other things I like to do. I enjoy quilting, and I've got Christmas gifts to make right now, so those are not crochet gifts typically. It's usually sewing or embroidery. So anyway, for me it's better to do these segments, but there are probably some videos out there now that do them all in one shot if you like that. So, but I love that you're here. Love that you're here with me as we do these projects together. And I really enjoy your comments. Also, if you don't mind, give this video a thumbs up. As I stated in another video, I've learned that the more thumbs up you get, the more the YouTube algorithm shares these videos. And I know there's a lot of people throughout the world that have these kits. It's a really popular kit and they need help with it because it's confusing. So yeah, give me a thumbs up and we'll share this video out across the world. That's kind of fun. It's fun to see where everyone is from. That's always fun too. Drop that in the comment. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Las Vegas and it's still hot here. All right, that completes our fourth round, and that completes round 10 on your instructions. So round 10, we're going to go ahead and stop now because I'm already at 18 minutes. I don't want this to be much longer. Going to stop there. Round 10, we've got Dobby's head started, and great job, everyone.